Hello again, Universe. Josh here. This is going to be a quick response to scientific discussion. You put a couple of comments on my last video, and I wanted to put some comments on your video, but I thought I'd also talk here in a quick audio video, so I'll make this quick. Okay, you say, how do you feel about my dismissal of good or bad art? Good or bad art? I think that I'd agree with you on those terms, but I think what you end up doing is you redefine good and bad when it comes to art. And I guess this is the approach I would take, is that is kind of a utilitarian approach. Good or bad art is only good or bad insofar as the use that you put it to. And a work of art is good if it communicates what you want it to communicate. Now, I said that art is almost always communication. Sometimes it can be other things. Bad art, just to finish up this good and bad issue, bad art would be art that's out of place, or, well, sometimes it can be good to be out of place, but if it doesn't communicate the correct I don't even know. I don't know. What would bad art be? I think, yeah, if you don't accomplish your goal with a work of art, or with what you want to call a work of art, then it is bad, and then it can be said to be bad. I think, though, that in general people look at art, and this applies to all people, not just unintelligent people, but people look at art and they make a judgment. They say, oh, I like that, I don't like that. Oh, that's pretty, that's ugly. I don't think you have to be an imbecile to have that kind of reaction to a work of art, and I think that's a part of what goes into art, and a part of the considerations that you have to make when you're creating a work of art, is whether people are going to perceive this as something pleasant or unpleasant. And you will get reactions like, oh, this is disgusting, or this is really nice, I like it. Next you ask, do you consider all design being created as art? That candle holder, oh, this thing here. I guess the thing about this is it is created not to communicate an idea, it's created just to make the room smell nicer and provide a little bit of light, and just a nice thing to have. I think I would consider design to be art, because it is created, and I think some level of intention had to go into making this, deciding that it's going to be red, deciding that it's going to be a circle, deciding what chemicals to put in the wax. So yeah, I think that anything that's designed would be artwork. And then you get into functional buildings, or computer, like this mouse. Is that art? I think it's pretty. I think it is art. But I suppose there's room for disagreement, for somebody to say, no, that's not art, that's just function, that's just functional. Well, I think I said before, I think art has to have a function, otherwise it wouldn't even get made. And I suppose that's another function of art, is to be functional, to be useful in such things as a mouse. Are sportsmen and athletes artists? I might have a different reason for believing this, but I do think they are artists, and I think that all sports players are playing to an audience, and they're there to entertain. They're not. It's not just about the game. I mean, well, it's about the game insofar as the game is entertainment. But as soon as you have big crowds and money and commercial sponsors, it's not just about the game. If kids playing in a park, they're not. I wouldn't say they're artists. Kids playing baseball or soccer in a field or whatever, with nobody watching, I wouldn't say they're artists. Are amateur sportsmen artists? I think Olympians are artists, because it has become commercial, and it has, like, they're not really amateur. I mean, it's hard to be an Olympian nowadays, but it's also it's not something that it's not really amateurs anymore. You have to work really hard, and you have to make it your life goal. You might not get paid specifically for doing the work, but you get sponsors and you get things like that. So it is about creating a product, creating an entertainment, even the Olympics. If you just run to stay in shape or something like that, no, I don't think you're an artist. Maybe if you ran for a purpose, I think that would make you an artist. If you were Terry Fox, I could consider that a work of art of some kind. And I know lots of artists have depicted Terry Fox, including actors, painters, sculptors, etc. And that probably went on longer than it should have, so thanks for your questions, and we'll continue this discussion in the comments section or in more videos.